Here we go. This is returnable. And it will be. Whittington from the 1-yard line. Didn't even get to the 20. Nice coverage there. Brings us Dillon Gabriel. The numbers closing in on 17,000 passing yards in his career. As Gary said, in his 6th year and his 3rd school. And this season leading all of college football, 77% completion percentage. First down from the 17. Gabriel wanted to flip it out in the flat and did, but he overshot Tez Johnson. Incomplete. When they moved Sione Laulea to center, it seemed to stabilize that offensive line here.
Yeah, Nisham Strother came in at that left guard spot, changed their team. They're not making as many mistakes, not get as many penalties, and of course, hardly any sacks on Gabriel.
Kenyon Sadiq is the tight end today with Terrence Ferguson out after emergency appendectomy, and they're going to feature him a little bit today. But first, it's Jordan James spinning his way to only about the 20 on the defensive front. Gave back his unbelievable game last week. 13 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and a forced fumble. And Matthew Bailey, likewise, career high in tackles from the secondary and had an interception against Michigan. Number 2 team in the Big Ten in 3rd down conversions. The Ducks, empty backfield, wide receiver screen. Johnson made the catch, made one guy miss, got a first down. That's Sadiq, I beg your pardon, not Johnson. So the guy we were talking about, and they're going to do a lot of different things with
They are. Terrence Ferguson is their all, well, he was Pac-12, all Pac-12 a year ago, but he's their main tight end. Kenyon Sadiq, number 18, is a great athlete. He's really no drop-off in the passing game.
That ball got tipped a little bit and still ends up being a first down.
Yeah, Matthew Bailey missed that tackle.
Play action. Gabriel comes to his check down, and it's Jordan James, and James has another first down.
He's looking to his left at the beginning of this play, but he knows where that whole offense is. Left, left, left. Where's my back? Give it to him. Nobody throws more short passes than Oregon.
Right.
But they're good at it because that produces yards after catch.
What is it, about 6.5 yards of pass play?
Yeah, it's like amazing. That? Air yards. They had their longest air yards of the year last week against Purdue, a 45-yarder.
There's the Ducks in the air. That's last in the country as far as air yards.
Yeah, but first in a couple other things.
Yeah, yards after catch, like you said.
Exactly.
Gabriel's got 6 passes of over 50 this year after he gets it to those guys at the skill spots. Looking for more. Throws on the run. Throws a strike to James. Picked up maybe 4.
Watch Patrick Herbert, the other tight end, get a pick on the play right here. Watch him. He knows this is going all the way to Jordan James. He's going to have problems there. Right.
Get the next one. Under center this time for Gabriel. And a sweep on the end around. And it is Sadiq. And Sadiq, they told us, their offensive coordinator Will Stotts said, we're going to find a way to get number 18 involved. He's our poor man's Brock Bowers.
Yeah, watch out, Kenyon Sadiq, who is, by the way, a 10-7 100-meter guy coming out of high school. Watch how they just put the pressure. They are stressing this Illini defense. A week ago against Michigan, it was basically stop the tight end.
Right.
Maybe the inside running game. Now there's 5 guys all over here. Every one of them a target.
15 on that one. The 35, play action, plenty of time. Gabriel deep middle, incomplete. Second down from the 35. James trying to take it outside, now back inside for about 4 more. That'll bring up 3rd down again.
At this point, whether Oregon will think with this call whether they're even going to go for it on 4th down.
So it's an empty backfield. Unless Gabriel does it on his legs, we've got another pass play coming up here 4 minutes into the first quarter. Play clock down at 2. Gabriel scanning the field on his toes. Throws late and completes it. Tez Johnson cuts it to the outside. Did he get there? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Oregon. he hit the pylon. Let's go back and take another look at the very end.
Got it in his left hand. He touches it.
He's
touchdown. Yep. We saw in this play all the time that Dillon had on that throw. There was a reason.
AT&T pylon cam will give you the shot of Tez coming right in your face. And it's up and good.
Yeah, it's all looked here for the line. And look, they got 6 people up there right there. But they only rushed 3. They dropped just 3 guys. 1 1,000. 1 1,000. 5 there. Oh boy, too much time. That Illini defense can't hold up. And the athletes puts it into the end zone.
Tez Johnson in the end zone for the 8th time this year to cap an opening 83-yard touchdown drive for the Ducks. 4-7 snapshot of all the sports that matter to you. Catch highlights, in-depth analysis, and breaking news anywhere you are. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today, and we'll join the HQ team after the game. Updating the Big Ten standings, Ohio State held on to beat Nebraska, so they, like Illinois, 6-1 and 3-1 in conference play. As we come back to the live action here at Oregon, as they had the opening touchdown drive and lead this one 7-0. And we'll get our first look. Our lineups presented by Wayfair. Bringing out our quarterback for the Illini, Luke Altmaier. He's going to need more than 80 passing yards that he had last week against Michigan if they're going to beat Oregon, that's for sure. But he's done a whale of a job this year. 17 total touchdowns, only 1 interception. He brings out the Illini offense.
He's got 2 really good receivers. They're tough matchups for this shorter secondary. He's got to use it.
That would be Pat Bryant and Zachary Franklin as we'll see the lineups after this snap. First down from the 25. Quick throw to the outside, and it's complete and out of bounds at the 30. Colin Dixon, another one of the wide receivers. As we take a look, the group that's trying to protect Luke Altmaier, Josh Kreutz at the center spot. There's the 2 receivers, and Colin Dixon, number 17, has the first catch of the day and brings up 2nd down and 5. And running out of time and throwing at the very last second. Was his knee down or not? If he got rid of it, he avoided the sack. The pressure came from Tuioti.
He did. Tatum Tuioti on a stunt coming from defensive end. Comes in there. I think I thought he got face mask. But I don't know if they're calling those anymore.
Oh, man. Just ask Sam Darnold.
I thought he got a piece of the face mask there, and then it came loose.
He did get rid of it. So it's 3rd down and 5. Illinois, 43% of their 3rd down conversions. And the play clock is done as well.
I think even Illinois and Barry Lundy, their play caller, was confused on the call. They thought it was an incomplete pass, and they send the play in, and it's 3rd and 15, and they did not have the right group or the right play call. They're going to look at this whole sequence here, I think.
There is no foul on the play. We'll reset the play clock to 25. The clock will start on my signal.
Remember, just brushing across. Now watch Luke Altmaier's head kind of snap down. Yes, that's a face mask. That should have been called.
Yep. Well, kind of a strange sequence, and not what the Illini needed. A 3rd down at 15 against this team and this crowd. They're going to play it safe. No gain. It's 4th down. They'll have to kick.
Michigan State, he has been a really tough handle for anybody this year. Actually, really, nobody really attacks him. Got a little bit of a block from Tanner Arkin, but really a bad scheme for the Illini on 3rd and very long. It's not pretty.
See what kind of roll it gets. That's going to help a little bit. Still great field position around the 42-yard line for Oregon's offense. Oregon quarterbacks over the years, Dillon Gabriel being the most recent. Norm Van Brocklin, Dan Fouts. You go through the list. Joey Harrington, Dennis Dixon, Marcus Mariota, who won a Heisman here. Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, most recently. 3 of those guys starting in the NFL tomorrow. Dillon Gabriel, the latest in the long line. And send a little hello out to Fauci, by the way. Had knee replacement surgery this week. So my man, everybody in this booth loves that guy. Exactly. And all the guys in the truck as well. Fauci, hope the knee gets better soon.
I got to compete against him in the NFL. That was not fun.
I love one of your lines about when you were playing them and you said, yeah guys, but they got Fouts. The greatest line you ever had. First down. Jordan James, and the pile is moving in the right direction for Oregon. Let's check in with Jenny.
Well, thinking about Fouts and Brad, that was quite the impressive list of quarterbacks. Another impressive list, the name of your cats. I have to share this with the world. All named after Hall of Famers. We had Butkus, Winslow, Elway, Renfro, and of course the Oregon great Norm Van Brocklin. So many legends there, treated like kings and queens in the Nestler household. A tradition with your daughter Reese. We love it.
I hope Van Brocklin's not taking a nap today and that he actually heard that. But this is usually his. There he is. Vanny P. Oh boy, that's funny. Especially after the opener when 83 yards and it was just like cutting through butter. 3rd down and 2, and they got the 2, got an extra 1. James on the carry. So 1st down again. Back in Illini territory, the 47-yard line. Gabriel to the outside, right on it to Tez Johnson, just shoved out of bounds. Picked up about 7.
When you watch the tape of last week's game against Michigan, there were a lot of open receivers for Michigan.
They just didn't hit them.
No, and Dillon Gabriel's not going to miss these guys. He may miss a couple, but he's not going to miss 6 or 7 like the Wolverines did a week ago.
Not when he's completing 77% on the year. Looking for more. Gabriel. This time off the mark. He and his receiver not on the same page that time. Now Bo Nix last year. Unbelievable numbers, and look at how they match up. That's amazing.
By the way, those last 2, Justin Herbert and Bo Nix, doing pretty well at the next level.
I'd say. And from what we know, Marcus Mariota's starting for Washington.
That's
tomorrow.
right. That's right. Late substitution for the Illini. They do this when Oregon subs. They take Illinois as long as they can, and they're not in any hurry to get off the field.
And so the play clock winds down.
Forces a timeout from Oregon.
Well, everybody does that. Oregon, let's take you back to the play that was a little confusing to me anyway.
Sure it was. I think they missed a face mask, and then Luke was never down. He throws it away, and we thought it was called a sack, but it might be something different, right? Might have called intentional grounding here.
That has to be the call, right, Gene?
Yeah, what I'm thinking, guys, too, is once the quarterback starts getting tackled, now it is his responsibility 100% about where that ball ends up, as opposed to him being in a throwing motion and getting hit. So they may have come back with intentional grounding. We just didn't get an announcement from the referee.
All right, thanks, Gene. Here's a pitch. Jordan James got to the edge.
Coming from the left side right here. He's got a beat on him, but then he just doesn't quite get there.
Gabriel deep down the middle. Got it. Justius Lowe. Touchdown.
Dillon Gabriel does a great job of holding that very deep safety and not leading his receiver into the safety area. Not only does he throw a good pass, gets beat inside. Watch this. That's the big mistake. But he does not lead Love, into the safety. And that's what made the good throw.
And now Oregon going for 2. Oh, no, they're not. Well, that was close. I think his body, though, his knee hit the line. I think his body was over the line.
I think so, too. I think the football was over the line when his shin came down.
Extra point is good. So 2 touchdown passes for Dillon Gabriel already.
When you're a 6-year quarterback, you know how to hold those safeties when you throw over the middle. One more look, the official's right there looking at it. He's got his eyes completely on it, making that call, and Dillon Gabriel says, yes.
17th touchdown pass of the year for Gabriel. So far, 2 touchdown passes, has moved himself into the number 2 spot all time in college football history to tie Kellen Moore. That last one went to Justius Lowe.
Illinois plays a man-free defense with a very deep safety. Watch, Dillon doesn't just look at him, he looks off. Watch him move the safety out of the way to throw the ball in the middle of the field. See the safety go the other way? That's all he needed to open up that seam.
And he throws a perfect strike. And Justius Lowe's first touchdown catch of the year right there. And Ari Wiltshire will watch this one go out of the end zone. In the backfield, he had 50 yards and a couple of touchdowns last week. There, fake it to him. They're going to throw on the run, complete. A pickup of about 8 to Zachary Franklin. Uyunglele and Tuioti, 2 guys you have to watch out for. We already saw Tuioti get a piece of Altmaier face mask, body, and everything else. Betcher's their leading tackler, and there's the back end in the secondary. And there's a first down run by Josh McCray. First down from the 37. Altmaier loads, going deep. Double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Tysheem Johnson. Only 1 interception this year for Altmaier. Number 2 is costly.
Johnson does a great job of coming off of his mind, and he fooled the quarterback on the play. He's got coverage over here, but watch, after he sees his receiver start to cross the field, watch him double back and end up making the play. Luke thinks he's got a free safety, but he comes back out and makes the play.
Zachary Franklin was the intended receiver, and Tysheem Johnson, the guy that easily caught it for his 2nd pick of the year.
He fooled him.
Whittington, big collision at the 20-yard line with Caleb Patterson.
And when you watch the game tape, you see Noah Whittington really coming on right now. He's injured a year ago. He's got his speed back. He just has a kind of a different gear right now.
Tez Johnson will motion behind his quarterback, and they come right back to that open spot. Incomplete, a rare incompletion. Evan Stewart on a one-hopper, the intended receiver. So 3rd down.
One of the things that Oregon was hopeful about in their practice is they're basically playing the same style defense that Purdue played a week ago.
Right.
It helped on practice time. They play a lot of man-to-man, a lot of bare front, and a deep safety in the middle of the field. Very similar to Purdue.
Well, again, Illinois with a late substitution. This one's not going to cause a timeout, though. And it's 3rd down and 3. Gabriel taking his time. Clock is winding down now. Might have to hustle here. And a direct snap to Jordan James, and he didn't get there. Going to be about a half-yard shy, I think.
This was the stop this Illinois defense needed. Get back in the game. Oregon went with a kind of a trick play, took the ball out of the quarterback's hands. I'm surprised.
I am too. And that's 4th down and 1. This one comes to the near side, takes a strange bounce around the 34-yard line, which is, now wait a minute, they're going to come up and say that it went out of bounds before that bounce.
I would really like Illinois to try to get Luke Altmaier's legs in the game. They need to run him a bit.
First down from the 34. Loughery behind Altmaier is the guy that gets the call. A little stutter step and then straight ahead. And he blasts his way for about 8 yards. They're going to need him.
Yeah, he had a good game last week. 54 yards against Michigan. Ran that draw play so effectively a week ago.
Second down and a yard and a half here for the Illini. Humphrey cuts back. Nice run. Got away. The 40. Down the sideline. All the way to the 25-yard line.
I think
we got a flag.
I think Sakari Franklin's going to get called for holding on the play.
I'll be right, Gary.
There is no foul on play. The block in question was legal. First down, Illinois.
So they threw the flag and picked it up.
Yep.
Sakari Franklin and Gary Danielson were confused on that play.
34-yard pickup for Laughley.
No, that's a penalty. I pushed him from behind.
Yep.
Jeez.
Now they go to Lil Valentine for about 3. And Gene's going to join us on this play as we go back. One more play.
Yeah, guys, I was looking at the one hand to see if it was enough on the side, but to me, I think Sakari Franklin is really pushing with force from the back to the back, and I think a block in the back is the right call. Don't think it was a hold. I think it was a block in the back.
All right, Gene, thanks. Second down and 8. Illinois has got something working, be it by penalty or not. They're at the 20-yard line. Altmaier, quick throw this time, but behind Franklin, incomplete.
Had pretty good matchup that time. One-on-one out there against Muhammad. Plenty of space, just a little wide on that throw.
Crowd getting loud on third down and 8. Altmaier waiting too long. Got away, though. Throws late and incomplete. Intended for Tanner Arkin.
Pretty cool defensive set that time for Oregon. Came in with a kind of a blitz look, but they bailed out like opposite on the play. And that was a tough read for a quarterback to see that. Watch the linebackers go across the field to get into the quarterback's eyes. Comes from the right side and goes all the way to the left side to get into the zone. Nice job with that defensive zone look.
Well, I'm trying to get something out of this. We'll bring out David Olano. He's 12 out of 15 on the year. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Olano's kick is up and good. So they got the long run, whether there was a penalty involved or not, by Laughley. And they settled for 3. 14-3, Oregon atop.
Amelia, turn off.
14-3, Oregon in front. The Illini last week, a win over Michigan that had everybody out on the field last week, and a family affair for Brett Bielema, and a big win. He was talking with us about it yesterday. 1-5 against the right team. He pulled one off against Ohio State when he was a head man at Wisconsin in 2010.
Kind of been his whole career. Defensive coordinator at Kansas State, as a player, as a walk-on, kind of being the underdog.
Ended up being the captain at Iowa as a walk-on. This one goes out of bounds. It's going to give the Ducks great field position here. They mix it up with a run and pass. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes already. From the 35.
Whoa.
Throwback screen. What a catch by Johnson. Tez Johnson's got a convoy. Knocked out of bounds by his own guy. I don't even know how he caught it, first of all.
I thought Xavier Scott was going to intercept that and take it for a pick 6. Another one of those kind of weird plays. Roll one way and throw back, and that was close.
Pick up at 19. Gabriel again. Too much time to throw. Running out of time, and they finally got to him. Took forever, but it's Akis again, who had 2.5 sacks last week. He's got one today.
How about how close this one prior was to an interception? This one's going to roll to his left and then throw back, and then, oh, jeez, like about 6 inches. I thought like Tez Johnson was going to go all the way on the play.
We saw Norm Van Brockland earlier, and there's the jump pass.
Exactly.
Had to jump just to get it over the rush. Gabriel, quick slant, completes it to midfield and a little more. Tysheem Holden makes an appearance, his first catch of the day.
So Tysheem Holden sat out last week's game after that incident that he had, and kind of get him back in the football game right now.
Holden with a spitting incident in the game against Ohio State. And Dillon Gabriel now, I said in the first half he's probably going to become the number 2 all-time passer behind Case Keenum. He has, because the first quarter has only 8 seconds left, and he's got enough yardage to move into the number 2 spot all-time. You already saw number 2 all-time in touchdowns as well.
So I think it was Gabe Hackis. His helmet wasn't on straight, and he just took a knee there because his helmet wasn't on. Watch him and look it on. He can't get it, can't get it. And then he looks to the sidelines and goes, all right, I'm going to take a knee.
I need an equipment guy.
Yes, I need.
My teammate's trying to help me, but I need an equipment guy.
Right, I'm not hurt, but I could get hurt if this helmet's not on straight.
That's right. First quarter comes to a close. Well, it's almost Halloween. We got a few dressed up like ducks today.
I love this 5-man look up front there with 5 guys potential rushing. They do it a lot. They bring all 5.
They have a false start, and third and 17.
5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
Can they stop a third down and 17? 3 wideouts to the top of your screen now. One comes back in motion. Gabriel goes that way. Wideout screen, and not going to get there, but close is Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah, and I'd be surprised if they don't go for it.
Yeah.
You got your number 2 tight end that can make these type of plays. 2 big offensive linemen out in front on that play. Priestley, for Oregon on the play. Get out in the secondary, and Sadiq's right behind him.
4th down and a yard. And they go with an I formation. They fake it to the tailback. Gabriel wants to throw and does. He's got his tight end, Patrick Herbert. And Herbert's got a first down and more.
Great, quick decision maker. The design was to go deep on the play. When it wasn't there, deep on the play, you know you got your tight end for the first down. One guy goes deep, there's the X guy, get the first down.
Justin Herbert's brother. What did Will Stein call him? Johnny Do Everything Right.
Well,
he said he does everything right. 19 yards that time, he did it right.
Well, that hurt the Illini. 3rd and 17.
Wow.
They give up a first down.
Yep. Back in the red zone now at the 18-yard line. First down. Whittington in the backfield will get the carry. And he's just driving his way for about 5. I don't think they ever did get him down, but his forward progress has stopped.
And it was right over Struther, number 50. That's been the surprise of this offensive line. As Nishad Struther has come on, the offensive line has been solidified. They just ran left, right over the left guard, and just got that push. Good help that time inside by Holden. Tysheem leading in that time. Wide receiver, ISO blocking.
In the red zone, where they've been effective all year. This time the quarterback run. Dillon Gabriel first down.
I think he ran right through Rosiek's, the middle linebacker tackle for the Illini at that time. Let's see if it's Rosiek going there to keep all the way. It is Rosiek. Runs right through.
He's not the tallest guy in the world, but he is thick down low.
I agree with that.
His legs are big.
That surprised me. You know, I used to watch him a lot when he was at UCF. What was he, 175 pounds?
Yeah.
He's not that now.
About 205 or so now. First and goal at the 7. Gabriel's going to keep it again, and he's going to score on a hurdle. Touchdown, Oregon. First he did it with his arm twice. Now he's done it with his legs from 7 yards out.
Pretty much a staple that everyone is running in college football. You bring the guy around. It's a read. He could hand this off if he wanted to, but he knows he's got the lead blocker in front of him coming in motion. If he wants to keep it, just one step inside by Alex Bryant, number 3, and he's around the edge.
And that one just inside the left upright.
You know, 3rd and 12, then it's 3rd and 17. They run a pretty simple play. Good blocking again by Tysheem Holden on the outside. And that really led to this touchdown. Once they got it in there, they put it inside and then cut the quarterback keep it. 21-3.
Apart. Zook right now, so far, he's got 2 touchdown passes and back-to-back runs, including a 7-yard touchdown run, his 5th scoring run of the year, and we're still in the first half. And the kick will bring it out to the 25.
Now is Gabriel 161, Altmaier 13. He needs more to help his team.
And that puts more pressure on him as he throws short here. A completion out to the 30-yard line to Khalil Valentine out of the backfield.
My point is, I never really thought I could match up with Fouts, but I can't get crushed by Fouts.
Yeah. Well, Luke, 80 yards is all last week against Michigan, but they had the ground game going, and they had the turnovers and the defense playing really well. And this is a whole different bowl of soup.
And in that game, the Illini rushed for 260 yards. That's what I'm talking. They need to help this quarterback.
They'll try the ground to McCray. McCray fighting for the first down line.
And, of course, that's what Dan Lanning looked at, too. He told the story, I'm sure, about the last time, number 1, closed practices all week, you know, got his team to focus. And I bet he said, we need to stop the run first, and then we'll go from there.
This time, Altmaier trying the run, and he loses a yard.
But 48 of it was by Altmaier in the game. So he's a key guy in running the ball.
Valentine back in the backfield on 2nd down and 11. Altmaier lofts one. Did he catch that? He did.
Holy cow.
Wow. What a grab by Pat Bryant.
They say Pat Bryant on those one-on-ones. It's not 50-50 balls. The Illinois said, wow, he handled this ball, and it was tipped with great coverage by Nico Reed that time. Oh, I don't know.
And Illinois trying to go, but they stopped play. It would have been a 24-yard pickup, I don't think.
Yeah, good job by the replay official. He went as long as he could, and then he buzzed down.
The play is under further review.
Mike Conlon's replay official. Gene is along with us. Gene, what do you got?
Yeah, what a great attempt by Bryant here. I think the ball does help him finish the catch there. Not secure enough when the ball comes to the ground as he's trying to possess it. Really great angle here. You can see that hand, and right about here, guys, when that football hits that ground at that point, I think they're going to rule this one incomplete on that little bounce before he hits the ground.
And Gene, one more point about the replay official. He did it perfectly. He waited until the last second, but he did not allow the Illini to go fast and take him out of the game.
Here's a call.
After review, the ball hit the ground. The pass is incomplete. 3rd down for Illinois.
Here's that look again where they came out looking like they got 6 guys up, but they peeled off.
Here come the Ducks, and down goes Altmaier.
Last time they peeled off, no peel this time. Devin Jackson, the linebacker, who's probably the fastest of the Oregon linebackers, makes the play.
Saw the ball come out at the very end, but I think he, well, maybe it wasn't done.
Is it immediately recovered, though? Let's see. No doubt the ball came out.
The Ducks stayed with it. Somebody picked it up at the end. I thought it was 50.
The only thing that could save Illinois is forward progress on this one.
And that's the call. So it's 4th and 22. Now we got motion on the offensive front. It's going to be 4th and 27.
False start. Offense number 41. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
And I can tell you right now, the way this Oregon offense is going, Dillon Gabriel's going good. I got more yards to throw for him.
There you see it.
Seemed like a really quick call for forward progress there.
Robertson will just try to get this thing out of there. And watch out for Tez Johnson if he can field one. And he's going to have to call fair catch, but still great field position around the 46-yard line. 1-3, frustrated quarterback for the Illini, and now he watches his counterpart, who's been part of 3 touchdowns, take over near midfield. First down here, Oregon at the 46-yard line. Trying to go wide as Whittington got it near midfield as we check in with Jenny.
Well, there's very few lefty quarterbacks in the FBS, Dillon Gabriel being one of them. Now, Illinois defensive back Matthew Bailey told me it's hard to practice when you don't have a lefty QB, but their scout team QB, Trey Petty, did a good job of trying to replicate Gabriel's moves, still dropping back with that right foot, trying to mimic the rollout and the footwork as best as possible. And guys, Coach Bielema said when playing a lefty, the world changes. I feel like we're witnessing those changes firsthand, guys.
Yeah, no doubt. He talked about with us last night about that very thing. Again, Illinois, a late substitution. Jay Lamar in the backfield behind Gabriel. He'll get the call, and he blasts through in a hurry for a first down.
Well, just really nice play by Oregon. They do so well. They ask their wide receivers to block inside. Justius Lowe, this time number 14, will come in motion, but he becomes the lead blocker. He'll come in motion, and then he'll come back and block. Watch this. It's almost an isolation play with your wide receiver being the lead blocker of the hole.
Lamar, 3 carries last week. His first carry there gives him a first down, the 42-yard line. Gabriel on play action. Fires, got it complete, and it's first down at the 24-yard line. Evan Stewart.
Coming clear across the formation. Evan Stewart is the widest receiver to the right side, and then he goes clear across the formation that time. Taylor Patterson had no chance.
Pick up at 19, just a shade underthrown, or he might still be running. End around coming. Trayshawn Holden. Nice open field tackle.
Absolutely.
Caleb Patterson put him down.
That's the type of tackling in the secondary that the Illinois team needs. They're going to get you in space. That's the whole offense. You have to be able to run and tackle in space, and that's exactly how it's done.
Straight up the middle, Moore again. And Dillon Gabriel talking about his march up the all-time passing list. Career-wise, 57th start, over 17,000 passing yards, 142 touchdowns, number 2 all-time, and 174 total yards. He's added total touchdowns. Added to that today with his 7-yard touchdown run early this quarter.
You know, when we were talking to him, I really admired the way he talked about Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
One of the best people in the NFL, great person, and he goes, that's the type of person I want to be.
Marcus voiced a nice feature on him in our pregame show today. He asked Marcus for permission to wear that number 8, and he said they text pretty often. Advice on a lot of things, including another touchdown by your tailback. Noah Whittington just ran over everybody on a 3rd down for the touchdown.
Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end, comes in motion and gets the key block. Good job up front by Cornelius and Harper, but the key block is by the tight end or H-back, whatever you want to call it. Comes across and gets the block to spring him.
The guy that you said has been coming on week in and week out, Whittington, man, he just burrowed his way in for the end zone for an 18-yard touchdown.
Yeah. Offensive coordinator Will Stein right now is just picking out any play on his sheet.
Yeah.
It's working.
Atticus Sappington in for the point after. Up and good.
Watch him come across right here. He blocked the end man in the line of scrimmage. That's the block by Sadiq. Goes in motion, and watch him kick out the defensive end. Beautiful job.
Oh. collision at the 1-yard line.
That was good
Scott.
too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Miles Scott's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Holy cow.
54-yard drive in just 6 plays, and this guy blasts his way to the end zone. The difference right now, 28-3, Ducks in front, and looking like the #1 team in the country. .609 remaining in the first half. Purdue Project Smarter, presented by the Home Depot. If you're Dan Lanning, doing something smart is having a high-powered offense and then building a defense like the guys that we're seeing today. And there's been some big plays. It was Tuioti first, Derek Harmon next, Sione Laulea, and then an interception in the back end by Tysheem Johnson, and that has stifled, and there's Tosh Moore, the defensive coordinator, totally stifled the Illini offense so far.
Nice package on 3rd down they have too. Really difficult to pick up all those guys.
Laughley only got about 2. Throws complete. Zachary Franklin's got a first down and almost had his head taken off at the end of the play.
Those bunch routes right there, doing it well. Get the receiver, come out, just stop quick. Good pitch and catch.
Kobe Savage with a Savage put down right there, but it's first down. And that one knocked down. Nice play defensively. Nico Reed.
You get the feeling now that those defensive backs with that pass rush are squatting. I mean, especially Reed. He's just the transfer from Colorado, just going, I'm going to get one of these. I'm going to get one of these. One more stop route like that, I'm going to be in the way of this one.
2nd down and 10. Altmaier going to run out of there with it. Dive forward to the 42. Maybe the 43-yard line.
That's what Luke did so well against Michigan. See if he had anybody downfield that he could have found on that play.
Oh, boy.
Well, the safety was near it, but that was worth the throw.
Yeah.
We're getting word from the truck that at the end of that play, Altmaier might have lost that ball. Let's take a peek at it.
Diving forward.
Yeah, he was punched.
Punched out.
Does he have it?
He got it back.
He does have it back.
It's going to be 3rd down and 3 at the 43. And Illinois has not converted a 3rd down yet today. Looking to pick up their first 3rd down conversion. They do not want to give it back to the Oregon offense, I guarantee you that. Need to get to the 46. Going to be an end around, and they've got the first down, and it's Hank Beatty, their punt returner and wide receiver, who picks it up.
Nice design here. Illini want to hold the ball, come a little bit of motion, and then the sweep to Hank Beatty as he comes back underneath handoff. Potential keep by the quarterback. Good read.
Into Duck territory. Now they got a flea flicker going on. If Altmaier can get rid of it. Down the sideline, way too far out of bounds to the Oregon. He's trying to get it to his tight end, Tanner Arkin.
Really nice discipline by Jeffrey Bassa that time, the inside linebacker, sticking with his man, the tight end. When a tight end's going to come across, that's who's running the wheel on the play. And Bassa, number 2, stays with this guy, nowhere to go.
Tanner Arkin had the fake punt last week for a big run, and he had a touchdown catch, number 85. Josh McCray ran through the first guy. Going to bring up 3rd down as Betcher made the stop.
Watch Amari Washington, number 52, probably their most explosive player. Just blows this thing up before it gets started. Takes on the blockers. Penetration, yes. Takes away the extra blocker, J.C. Davis. Great penetration inside.
Betcher, the leading tackler on the Ducks team, made the stop and forces a 3rd down and 7. Toss, Laughley trying to get to the edge. Nothing doing. Lost a yard, maybe more. Nico Reed, another nice play defensively.
Yeah, Tanner Arkin was the guy who was assigned to block. But that time, just a little bit too much quickness for Tanner Arkin to handle. Going to the outside, watch number 85. He'll be on the right side of your screen as he goes in motion. He's the guy that's got the end man right there. Beats him inside, clean.
If it wasn't such a long 4th down, maybe Brett Bielema would think about trying to keep the football here on 4th, but it's 4th and 8.
Might be in no hurry to give that ball back.
Tez Johnson waiting on the fair catch around the 10-yard line, bobble it a little bit. And Oregon's got it back with all their timeouts. Update, Indiana 8-0, 5-0 in conference play. Oregon can match them with a win today. Penn State plays tonight. And then it's Illinois. Ohio State survived today against Nebraska. And the rest of the league, the Big Ten, looks like that. First down. Dillon Gabriel in the offense. Hands it off to Jordan James. James broke a tackle, spins his way close to a first down.
My goodness. The speed from these backs, and they can rotate them in. There's 4 of them that they can use. Jordan James is their horse, and when he gets going, he is tough to tackle, and he's fast.
Came up a yard shy at the 20-yard line at the end of that run.
Dillon Gabriel's, what, a 77 passer? He's 11 for 15. He's way below. He's 73% today so far.
And the 2-minute timeout comes up. So far, all Ducks. The theme from DuckTales is going to take us to our 2-minute timeout. To 3 here at the 2-minute timeout. It's tough when you're the camera in the pylon cam area. It's a tough thing. Boom. AT&T pylon cam took a shot there. That one's out of commission until next week. 2nd down and 1. Jordan James, little stop, stutter, and first down.
Good job that time by James Kreutz inside. Not giving up any space.
Illinois takes timeout. 1:54 till halftime. Figures I can't take these timeouts with me, but
I know.
I'm not sure I'd stop the clock.
Yeah, that means that Oregon, instead of having 3 timeouts, they've effectively got 4 timeouts.
That's right. They get the timeout back.
Oh, so now it was Oregon.
Oh, it was Oregon's timeout.
Oh, jeez. And we were surprised by the timeout call. Now we're back on Brett's side.
That's right. Gabriel finally had some pressure, but he got it to Tez Johnson all the way out to the 46-yard line. That's the first time it looked like that was going to cave in and get to him. They did have 1 sack earlier.
He's kind of rubbing his arm for a reason. This is some throw. If you want to know if you got arm strength, watch how he lets this ball go just as he gets hit here. Boom, right into it. Wow, right on the elbow as he let that thing go. And I bet he's got that funny bone going right now. Look at that. He basically does a half throw.
You're right. His elbow hit the helmet.
And he shoots it down there about 18 yards right on the face mask of the receiver, Tez Johnson. That was an impressive throw.
Caleb Patterson is the guy that's down, starting safety. Make the tackle on Tez Johnson. That just got tangled up at the end of the play.
Actually was okay at the end. Johnson's already down. I think he kind of spins. Watch, he's up in the air here. And then as he lands, does he roll him? Oh, what? Not really. Kind of twisted his own knee on the play.
Tez Johnson, 4 catches for 80 yards. That last one, catch and run, was good for 24 and a first down.
Never know. Those great athletes, they're all that movement and get that foot caught in the turf.
First down at the 46. With 2 timeouts remaining. 4-man rush. Gabriel lets it fly in a hurry. Johnson again. Second down. Late throw. Still a completion and first down. Inside the 40. Still on his feet. Whittington.
Wow, what a nice catch by Whittington. those short throws, you do not have a lot of time to react. And Whittington spins and makes the catch. Watch this. Quick, got it, and then he ducks the tackle and gets more positive yards.
His 13th catch of the year and good for 18 more yards. He had the touchdown run where he ran over everybody, and now out of the backfield, looking impressive.
Fake snap, look over to the offensive coordinator, Will Stein. What do you got for me, Coach?
From the 30-yard line, you saw the numbers. Over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns already. Dillon Gabriel looking for more. Far side throw is on the money. And it's complete to Justius Lowe. And they're down to the 12 with a minute to go and a half.
I tell you, great job by Lowe coming back to that football. That ball was a little dangerous. A play could have made, but he comes back, gets it. You know, Will Stein was raving about Lowe. He said he's a really, really good football player. Got 3 guys in front of him, but he said he is going to be a great one. Great route runner.
He's got a touchdown catch already in this game. His first of the year.
Timeout. Illinois. They're first of the half.
Whittington. First and goal.
If they do, it's going to have to be a goal line stand.
You're not kidding.
Another Illini on the ground.
I think it's going to be Tyler Strain, the guy that strained to make that tackle, put his arm out there, and I think his shoulder.
Yeah, reaching out on the play. Remember, this Illinois team has a big game next week. Let's suppose they lose this game. All right, that means they lose to 2 teams in the top 3 in the country.
Right.
At Penn State, at Oregon. Next week they play Minnesota. That's the game they got to win.
Yeah.
And they got already 3 players hurt in this football game.
First and goal. Whittington in the backfield. Gabriel thinking about pitching it to him. Does. He's in. Touchdown.
I think he's going to get a touchdown pass on this.
I do too.
Love those 1.5 throws. Backhand for the stats. They want to go option play. It's not there. They buy more time, and then it's a forward pitch.
And he flipped it with his right hand.
Yep. That way it was almost close enough to a lateral, but he couldn't do it.
So now you can say he threw a touchdown pass to Whittington with his other hand. 6 possessions. Oregon, 5 touchdowns. Up and good. Well, another long drive. They started this at the 11-yard line. 89 yards in 8 plays, a little over 2 minutes. And our pylon cam shows you that he was in touchdown, Oregon, 35-3. Yesterday, Oregon beat Purdue 35-0. We're not quite to halftime, and they are up on Illinois 35-3. Talked about the possessions, 6 of them. Touchdown, touchdown, 1 punt, and then 3 more touchdowns. And everybody's getting in the act. Johnson and Gabriel and Justice and Whittington.
Right now, a lot of Oregon fans that lived in the Pac-12 is going, this Big Ten's not that bad. We're doing all right.
Yes, they are. And Illinois has 2 timeouts and 29 seconds to work with from their own 25-yard.
One and done for this team.
Yeah, they lost their first game against Stanford when they were number 1 12 years ago, the Chip Kelly years. But there would have to be an earthquake out here or something for them to not win this one. Josh McCray on the carry. They'll get the football to start the quarter. Savington with the kickoff. And they're going to try to nope, they're not going to return it. Take the fair catch at the 1-yard line, bring it out.
I'm pretty sure it's going to trend towards Oregon.
I would probably say you're right. A one-sided affair trending. 363 yards of total offense. Dillon Gabriel's been really good. 4 total touchdowns, 1 on the ground. And Tez Johnson, his favorite receiver, 86 yards and a score. Gabriel can just sit and watch here for a moment. First down at the 25. Loughrey as he did to start the game. Nice gain on first down, a pickup of 5 for Michigan. Altmaier, the slant completes, and first down. Got it to Pat Bryant. Jenny?
Well, I asked Dan Lanning what he said to this team. At first, he started with the X's and O's. We can't give up explosive plays. We have to clean up some miscues. And I said, well, what do you say to a team when they're up this big? And he said, all right, Jenny. I asked them to close their eyes and visualize how you can be the best teammate you possibly could be in the second half. Do it in an unselfish manner.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I like it.
You never want Jenny Dell pressing you for that type of answer.
That's right.
She's a bulldog. And she just keeps, you don't answer right, here comes another one right on top of it.
Dan Lanning in his 3rd year, tied with Chip Kelly for the most wins through his first 34 games. Looking for win number 30 today. He's only lost once on this home field.
Said he lived in 8 different states before he got here to Oregon. How about that? As a rising coach.
When he was the grad assistant at Arizona State, he was making $1,200 a month with no benefits, no insurance, 3 kids. Now he is a very wealthy man. He loves this area. The kids and the family love it. His wife Sophia and 3 boys.
Yeah, I think we're going to get holding on Oregon in the secondary.
Holding. Defense number 3. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Brandon Johnson, the guilty party.
He grabs on to Zachary Franklin here.
Yeah, got a little bit of him. They only got him 2 or 3 times, I guess.
Yeah.
First down at the 48. Altmaier, deep sideline. Zachary Franklin gathers it in.
Very subtle push off. Nice job by Zachary Franklin on this one. Veteran receiver. Watch at the end. A very subtle push off against Muhammad. Right there. Got away with it.
Pick up a 44. This is exactly what the Illini needed to open up the 3rd quarter if they can capitalize and score. First and goal at the 8. Josh McCray, the tailback, behind Altmaier in the pistol set. They fake it to him. Altmaier flings it near corner, trying to get his tight end and missed him. Carson Goda a little too far out in front.
Usually they think of number 13 down here, Pat Bryant. This time they're going out to the tight end. It would have been a perfect throw for a touchdown, but not quite. I think Bryant is right here.
Nothing with McCray to the 4, maybe inside the 4.
This was an official's timeout. We'll reset the play clock to 25.
Brett thought he had to call a timeout.
Well, he's looking at that clock and say, hey, that's not right.
He's right. It wasn't right. So now they've got it reset. The Illini can huddle. It's 3rd down and goal. End around. Bryant didn't get there. It's 4th down. Tysheem Johnson, who had an interception earlier, made the tackle.
And Brett Betchie, the middle linebacker. Watch him get in on this one, too. Good job turning it inside by Johnson, though. Beautiful defense.
4th and goal. Bryant in motion. Altmaier looks right, comes back to the middle. It's knocked down en route. Incomplete. Somebody got a hand on it. Maybe Amari and Winston. Not sure.
Altmaier really had nobody to throw the ball to, and you're right, that's exactly who got his hand on it. I don't know if it would have been completed anyway, because the defense for Oregon seemed to have everything covered.
The golden opportunity for the Illini after that 44-yard pickup.
Bryant out here, but that's even covered.
Just too much congestion on that inside. It's batted down by number 32, Winston time. Ducks take over. Dillon Gabriel in the last 10 throws.
7 out of the 10 throws for more than 10 yards. He didn't only complete them all. He got the touchdown in there. Now, one was backhand, right hand.
Right.
But look at the yardage on those throws.
246 and 3, and he's run for a 7-yard score. Right now, he's about 4 yards deep in his own end zone on first down. And they'll run it and get to the corner and give themselves some room to work, and maybe even a first down for Jordan James.
You know, these two guys come in here and they can get outside at any second. I will have to say this. The Oregon receivers are committed to blocking. That time, Justius Lowe again gets the block on the side edge to spring it for extra yards.
James got 9. Second down and a yard from the 11. And he'll get that yard and more for a first down. First down. Gabriel screen pass to the tight end. And Patrick Herbert, another big play for him. He had a 19-yarder earlier. He's got another big one here.
Pretty good genes in that family, huh? Nice call again by Will Stein, tight end screen. Watch this. Looks like the Illini are going to put pressure on Dillon, but no, got the perfect call on. One key block to the outside. I think it was Cornelius that got the key block out wide.
So they started their own 2-yard line. They've already worked it out to the 46 on a couple of big plays. And the runs of James, and he's got another good one here. And might get a first down out of it. Just won't go down.
Team they're moving the ball against right now. This is a very prideful Brett Bielema-built defense. You know, they played good against Penn State on the road. What was that, 21-7?
Yeah.
Played in big games, and this Oregon team is just doing whatever they want.
Jordan James, 63 on the ground already now.
You heard him say, easy, easy, changing the play.
Jay Lamar in the backfield with Gabriel. He'll get the kick. And he got racked pretty good after a pickup of about a yard by Rosiak.
Yeah, they hit him kind of triangled in here this time. Nowhere to go. Help from both sides. It was either going to be Rosiak or Bailey that time.
Bootleg, throw down the middle, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Justin Lowe.
He had to throw it behind because James Kreutz, number 41, see him right there. If he would have let him, that would have been an interception. Good position that time by Kreutz.
Even when he throws an incompletion, he knows what he's doing.
Well, you can't throw it to the other team. I've tried that. It doesn't work.
5 out of 7.
That just means he's got great vision out there. He's not just looking at his receiver. He's looking and blinking in front of the guy to see where the ball's going to go. That
ended a streak of 11 straight completions for Gabriel. And now 2 incompletions in a row. Justin Lowe had his hands on it, couldn't hold it, and it's 4th down.
2 really good plays by this Illini defense. They're getting pushed around. Rosiak gets the big tackle. Then Kreutz is in the way of the throw, kind of forces the 3rd and long.
Luke Dunn to punt this one. And bounces inside the 5-yard line. You can't do it much better than that. That's not even the starting punter.
I wonder if they're going to be able to keep this mojo when they go to Ann Arbor, because everything is working.
Reminder, don't forget, later in the game, it's the play of the game, presented by Jersey Mike Subs.
Yes, as you were going off in Grateful Dead, I was thinking of the great Portland basketball player Bill Walton would be taking his shirt off right now.
Yeah, he definitely would, no doubt.
He would have nothing to do, he'd just take his shirt off.
He only was with those guys about 150 times, maybe more than that, I don't know.
We're worried about what we're going to say, he'd just take his shirt off, you know, like so.
Travel woes continue when you got to go a couple of time zones from what you're used to. And we've done that a few times already ourselves.
Getting good at it.
Altmaier got it back to the line of scrimmage and maybe eke the yard out of that.
I don't know if this ball was designed to be kept here, or this was supposed to be a handoff all the way. No, he's trying to throw it, nothing there, and he's lucky to get out of the sack that time. Youngley could have had one.
Instead of maybe a safety, it's 2nd down and 9. Most of the half yardage came on that one throw to Zachary Franklin of 44 yards. Sidearm throw is to Franklin, and he's going to lose 2 yards.
Tosh, Lupoi playing one of the few snaps of zone coverage that time. It's not a one-on-one. You go to block, and look at that. Everybody's looking at the ball, nowhere to go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. Laughley, only a couple they'll have to kick from their own end.
That one just too much.
There goes the flag, and it's going to be a first down. Derek Harmon.
Silly. First silly play of the game. It's going to be a punt. At the end of the half, Derek Harmon was doing some jawboning with a couple of the Illini offensive linemen, and he just
after the play was over. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 55. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Yeah, that one, we love the way you play, but this was just silly. Everyone heard the whistle on this one, and one more turn, and that makes his defensive players have to stay out there for another first down and 10.
So Harmon's pulled out by Dan Lanning. And the possession continues for the Illini. Here's a draw play. It's worked against Michigan a couple of times last week. Khalil Valentine on the carry.
Yeah, that Devin Jackson, and you'll see right here, that's enough. You know, might not be a big deal right now, 35-3, but when we're playing for the championship, you have to control yourself.
That was a very calm Dan Lanning, but you could see the intensity in his eyes.
Absolutely.
It wasn't quite as quiet looking as probably we thought. Flag down.
Before the ball was snapped. False start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Brandon Henderson, the guilty party.
Now, Dan Lanning's been around a lot of great players, especially defensive linemen. And as good as Derek Harmon is, after he yells at him, he might go, "Let's get back in there."
Yeah. Beatty in motion. Laughley, boy, just struggling to get to the line of scrimmage. Nothing there.
Tatum Tuioti that time from one edge, and then Brandon Johnson, one of the best blitzers for this football team. Watch him come in the inside. Two players, Tuioti, and then from the outside, Johnson.
And then Big Caldwell, 340 pounds of him, made a wall around Laughley.
And guess who's in there? 55.
On 3rd and 10. Here he comes. Meyer got away. He's going to try to run for it. And got it. And put down after a nice gain. Kobe Savage made the tackle.
You know, I read this stat, and I really was surprised with it. It's a really good runner that Luke Altmaier is. You know, he doesn't get a lot of credit for this, but he's actually 3rd in the Big Ten in scrambling yards for quarterbacks.
He just scrambled for 13 right there.
It was a handful last week against Michigan. That was probably the key to the game.
This is Oregon's official sideline warning. Sideline warning to Oregon.
So everybody's going to back up a little bit. And first down, Illinois. Remember, their drive earlier this quarter got them down to the 2-yard line, and they didn't get anything out of that. Absolutely have to have some points if they can even get it on the Ducks side of the field here before the end of the quarter. Bryce Betcher in on the stop on Valentine. Betcher, an interesting story, comes in as a leading tackler, and he's also center fielder on the baseball team. I mean, how good an athlete can you be? Jeez.
You don't hear that. Middle linebacker, center field.
No, not really. He's just in the middle of things in both cases. Altmaier has time to throw this time. Spins one for Beatty, trying to one-hand it.
Great technique that time by Brandon Johnson. He just continues to push inside against Beatty. Even though he's beat by a yard, watch him continue to move and push Beatty outside. Doesn't do anything obvious, but just perfect phase.
Johnson, the transfer from Duke. But the nice play on defense. Another third down. Altmaier's got to get rid of it in a hurry. Got it complete. And Josh McCray with his big paw around that, carrying it with one hand, gets the first down.
Well, good job by Luke on this one. It's a hot receiver. Too many people coming. That's an unblocked person from the outside. He has to throw hot. That gets a good job of the quarterback in the read.
Only the 10th catch of the year, but a good one by McCray. Picks up 18 yards and another first down. We approach the 3-minute mark. Now it's McCray on the ground. And he's still running. They finally get him, but he got about 5 yards out of it.
And a lead up the field right there for the half draw, half isolation. Boom, gets a stalemate. And it just keeps fighting inside.
They've worked it to the 41 of Oregon. Altmaier going to go deep. Man there. Broken up at the last second. Zachary Franklin was there, but so was Manning.
Yeah, Dante Manning that time. He's got a tough matchup. Veteran player. Zachary knows how to slow down and keep the defender on his back. But he was right with him the whole way.
Had a little touch on the shoulder pad, but Franklin got away with a little push earlier. It all ends up even.
Yeah, subtly. You know, see how Franklin slowed down, tried to keep him back there, but couldn't do it.
So the third downs continue on this march for the Illini. 2 out of 3. Going to try to run for it. Nope, he's going to throw late to his tight end, and he should have the first down to Tanner Arkin.
Pretty cool play that time. Unbalanced, kind of a sugar quick huddle. Caught the Oregon defense moving at the wrong time, and at the last second he dumps it off to Arkin again.
Arkin from our pylon cam, that left foot right there where it needed to be. That's a first down right at the 35-yard line. 3 receivers to Altmaier's left. He's coming back the other way, though. And the throw is on target, caught, and a flag. Bryant made the catch.
They may get interference on the play. I wonder if they'll get a push-out by Bryant on the play. Nope, they're going to get him for a grab.
So he makes the catch anyway. Well thrown ball.
And remember, this drive should have been over.
Prior to the pass, holding defense number 8. The penalty is declined. First down, Illinois.
So they take the play, decline the penalty, and Manning was the guy that was covering Franklin earlier, and that time gets the holding call.
This is what I was talking about. Let's just do something we can be proud of as we go forward in the season. This is the kind of drive you can say, okay, I mean, we had a bad first half.
This drive very sharp for Altmaier. Luke trying to get his team in the end zone here before the end of the third quarter. This throw out of the flat, one-handed by Franklin. Broke a tackle and out of bounds. Oh, he's got good hands.
He does. Or good gloves, one of the two.
Maybe both. The leading receiver, active receiver in college football, both in receptions, yards, and touchdowns.
And this is what the Illini thought they could do in this football game. Quick throws, a little bit of Altmaier running, getting on the edge, throwing those quick passes.
They've worked it down to the 10-yard line. Second down and 2. Valentine on the carry. He's got the first down inside the 5.
Brett Bielema loves this. Khalil Valentine, the freshman, said he is quick. That was how he described him in the scouting report, as quick as we got. They were down here before and got 0.
They've got to have something here. Valentine will stay in at the 4-yard line. Valentine again. His heart's in it if he can get to the goal line, and he did. Touchdown, Illinois.
Shoved him over. And right now, Derek Harmon is looking at his teammates and going, my bad, guys.
That cost you that whole drive. Khalil Valentine driving and taking some ducks with him.
I need help. Here comes the help.
Illini going to go for 2. 3, 4 wideouts down to the bottom. And Altmaier thought about running, now throws late, and they're going to end up with nothing out of that.
Yeah, but Brett is happy with his football team right now. Fighting into this drive the whole way.
Too much fighting by Derek Harmon. And then Valentine with the score. 35-9, Oregon. Chowski will kick it away. And Oregon brings it out to the 25. 21-7 win over Michigan last week. And now they're down 35-9 to Illinois. So as Gary said, Michigan folks are going, uh-oh, we know what's coming. Oregon's flying into town. Yeah, keep it on the ground and weaving his way for 8 yards is Whittington. Let's check in with Jenny.
Some updates on some injuries for Illinois. So wide receiver Malik Elzy, he was back in on that last play, banged up his knee a little bit. DB Tyler Strain, that's a left ankle, is taped up. He did some drills on the sideline. The trainer said that it is a no for now. And starting safety Caleb Patterson twisted up and got a little nicked up in that right shin. He came out in full uniform but does not have a helmet, guys.
Okay, Jenny, thanks. So a few guys that they could definitely use right now against number 8 and company.
I think they're going to let it go to the fourth quarter.
I think so. I didn't think they could, but they got a couple spare seconds to do so. Yep. Dillon has a look up at the clock, just waiting it to end the third quarter. 35-9. I can always see the movie, and he goes, Otis, my man. Otis Day in the Nights. Going to shout here to take us to the fourth down.
Quarterback? Oh, my gosh.
That was fun.
Yep.
Open up the fourth quarter, the Home Depot Big Ten on CBS. 35-9 score right now. Now it's an open in 67. Today's capacity around 60,000. Of course, National Lampoon's Animal House filled here on location, and that's why we got all the shouting and Otis Day in the Nights, the rest. It's a fun place in a beautiful setting, as you can see, with the mountains and
amazing,
gorgeous trees behind us. Across from us, actually, from where we are. Gabriel loads, goes deep into coverage. It's intercepted. And nice run back by Brooks out of bounds.
Great disguise defense this time by Illinois. Watch this guy bail right there. That's the one who gets the pick off. He keeps, so far, just keeps his eye on the quarterback. Bails early, but I think it's Turner, right, that ends up bailing right into that play.
So that's the first misfire of the day. Not happy about it.
Stands from above, while the inner part of the logo pays homage to the track at historic Hayward Field, home to Oregon's track and field program and the epicenter of the sport in this country.
Wow, I did not know that. Thanks, Jimmy. That's cool.
It looks right now that you know it, right? I mean,
yeah,
like,
makes sense.
Yep.
Tyson Rooks listed as a wide receiver for Illinois as the guy that made the interception.
I didn't know that either.
And returned it to the 43. Well, he fielded it like a wide receiver. And now Altmaier into traffic. Whoa! Bryant is nailed, and that's going to be targeting, I think.
I think the second hit might be the one that gets it.
Personal foul.
Man, neither
Targeting.
one was good.
Defense number 0. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first
Tysheem
down.
Johnson, who had an interception earlier, and Gene's going to join us here. It might have been an accident, but still, it's helmet to helmet.
I think so, too.
Gene, you want to come in with us?
Yeah, you know, I don't really even like the hand push, but I understand the first one. The second one, to me, really looks like a classic target where it looked, I know they're going 1,000 miles an hour and fast out there, but that is, to me, that is the head neck area, forcible contact to a defenseless player. And I think it meets all the requirements for a target there, guys.
So even though it looked to me, Gene, that number 8, Manning, pushed him in and spun him around, right into Johnson that one. But just like you got to take care of your helmet, you have to get out of the way. Is that what you're kind of seeing as it goes?
Yeah, you know, Garrett, I think it falls in those same categories at times where we see a receiver that's about to get hit and will crunch down. You know, when the defender has had a lower target and we end up in that space. I think the two hands pushed to that helmet. I don't believe that's a target. That next shot by Johnson there, though, even though, as you said, the spin by 8 and that impetus puts him around in that area. But that blast to a head and neck area right there, it meets all of the requirements, in my opinion, to a defenseless player.
He never
with that
really
contact.
Lowered his helmet, but he hit him right to the head. Is that what you're saying with the forearm?
Yeah, forcible with the shoulder, I would say, shoulder, forearm driving through, and the initiating of the contact to the head neck area. Forcible.
After review, there is no foul for targeting on the play. The pass is incomplete.
Honestly, God, I didn't know what you're supposed to do there. The guy spun him right into him. He never lowered his helmet. But I thought what Gene said, his shoulder and forearm was going to get the call. I don't know. So many of these have been changed. I don't even know. Have we had a targeting call this year, Ness?
That's held up?
It's held up?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Forearm shiver. Watch this. Gets hit, spins him, and then watch him kind of release that arm. I thought it, as Gene was right on the call, but I could see the spin there. We don't know, right? We don't know what is and what isn't anymore.
No, it's impossible. Meanwhile, Altmaier, that takes one of his big weapons away, probably for the rest of the game, I assume, and now trying to go to his tight end. It's incomplete, and Johnson is saying it was that close. I think they take his helmet away and don't give it back.
That's what I would do. They got a big game next week.
Altmaier throws wide side, got it to Zachary Franklin, and it's a first down in front of Johnson.
That same field blitz. Brandon Johnson, number 3, coming late from the outside, and Zachary is out of that, and Luke Gabriel getting rid of that ball before the blitzer can get to him.
From our AT&T pylon cam, Zachary Franklin coming right at you. That was a good throw by Altmaier. It was a long throw. Operating. He got about 4. Beatty in motion. Altmaier trying to step up in the pocket. He's not going to be able to. Bryce Betcher with a sack.
He is accounted for. I think right here was the key block. It did not come through. Brandon Henderson kind of careens him right into Altmaier.
And the first sack of the year by Betcher. The local product from right here in Eugene. He said, I had to drill people in practice just to get a chance to play. And that ball incomplete, intended for Franklin. It's 4th down. Mentioned Bryce Betcher, great athlete, already been drafted, baseball center fielder. Watch this play. Also hit 12 home runs.
Pretty good combo.
I'd say.
You drafted in baseball and you walk on in football.
4th down. Altmaier has to scramble to buy time. Throws incomplete. And the Ducks will take over.
Tosh Lupoi went with 2 spies on the play. And ended up getting chased. Watch it. Spy here, spy right over there. Ends up one of the 2 spies. Winston is going to be the one that runs him out of the pocket and gets him and forces no throw.
So the Ducks defense stops any kind of Illinois drive on that one, and they'll take over on offense in a moment. For Dillon Gabriel, Whittington has looked good on the ground, and a 35-9 score right now. Right now, Gary, if you're Oregon and their fans, you're looking forward. You know it's going to be an undefeated record.
This will be the last currently ranked team that Oregon will play. At Michigan, at Wisconsin. Now, that could change if they beat Penn State.
Right.
But the schedule favors Oregon. 2 road games, but teams that are not ranked. They look like a tough schedule when they looked at it, but now it looks like Oregon can handle it.
And, of course, Indiana's undefeated. Penn State playing tonight. And they'll keep it on the ground here out to the 40-yard line as we check in with Jenny Dell.
I've got to tell you about Tez Johnson, guys. He played high school ball with Bo Nix in Alabama. Bo's dad, Patrick, he was the head coach and witnessed that Tez was struggling a bit. So the Nix family, they welcomed him into his home. Get a good meal, some sleep, some structure. It took one dinner for Tez to realize that he didn't want to leave. A few days turned into the rest of his life. Bo said Tez quickly became a brother. And some foreshadowing for the brothers' future. That first dinner, Tez was wearing an Oregon sweatshirt. The rest is history, guys.
Yeah, Patrick Nixon, his bride, Krista, brought him in and said, okay, stay for a couple days. And there's the Nix family in a photo. And here they are in person at the game today. Patrick there in the green cap, the glasses. And so Tez says, I was there, had a great meal, had this nice conversation with the family. And then he said, but I said, did you ever think about sneaking out because you were a late-night guy? I said, no. I slept in my clothes for 3 days. I wanted to make sure that I was doing the right thing here.
Do you think it was the food or Bo Nix's arm?
I think a little of both. And there's Tez right on cue with the reception as he's closing in on a 100-yard day.
Quarterbacks love their receivers, but receivers love their quarterbacks, too, especially Bo.
Yes. There's Tez with the head coach before the game. Pick up a 16, and I said, closing in on 100, he's got 100. 6 catches, 102 yards for Tez, and a touchdown. Jordan James bangs it inside for a couple. Tez, just a delightful guy that we probably spent a half an hour with him yesterday.
Yeah, he was good.
He was a lot of fun. Had a chance to see Bo play when the Broncos played in Seattle. And obviously, they keep in touch pretty much on a daily basis.
He said he committed as soon as the coach said and he committed.
Yeah.
We're interested. I'm committed.
Yeah, I'm committed. Said he had the phone away from his ear.
Yeah.
And his mom said, you probably want to put the phone back to your ear so you can hear what the coach is asking you. His lifelong dream of being an Oregon Duck came to fruition, and now he's had unbelievable season so far here. We're only halfway through it. I mentioned back to even when he was playing at Troy, such an Oregon fan. He had Duck gloves, and so he wore Oregon gloves when he's playing for Troy. He's got all sets of gloves now. He's good.
He comes up with an NFL pair of gloves next week. I don't know exactly where he wants to go. Be like Bronco gloves. Right?
Yeah, that'd be good. 3rd down and 4. So look behind. Dillon Gabriel set to throw again. And throws on the run, high and wide, incomplete, intended. Evan Stewart thought he was going to cut outside and went to the inside instead. It's 4th down.
Pretty cool athletic play that time by Gabriel. He's running, but he still keeps his eyes up, looking around, trying to find that last receiver. Ball just sailed on him.
This is probably a good thing, actually, to work with your field goal unit a little bit, because Andrew Boyle, they have 2 kickers. Boyle has a 50-yarder this year, 1 for 2 on the season. This will be from 44. Boyle to try to tack on 3 more, right down the middle. So the lead goes to 38-9 with just over 9 to play.
Brett talked a little bit about, you got to keep your backup quarterback happy nowadays. And, what happens if Luke gets hit? You're in a big game down the stretch. Yep. You want your number 2 guy to have a couple snaps. Be an interesting decision. Keep Luke healthy.
This one will be returned from the 4-yard line. Canary Wiltshire cuts outside. Nice run back. Got it across the 30-yard line. Oregon about to go to 8-0. Penn State playing at Wisconsin tonight. And then a date with Ohio State. You see Ohio State's schedule and the undefeated Indiana Hoosiers.
That's why that win was so big for Ohio State today, because they got to go to Penn State. They would have been out of the deal if they'd have lost that game today and lost to Penn State.
And then they got Indiana as well.
Kind of brushed right over that, didn't I?
Yeah, well, A lot of people have. Altmaier still in there, throws, completes it out to McCray. Josh trying to go airborne through a couple of guys, and they bring him down anyway. Justin Jacobs on the tackle.
Yeah, one of those backup linebackers getting some playing time right now. Long, athletic, came down, broke down, knew where his help was, and forced him wide.
Big backer, 245 pounds. That's why he won that battle. Altmaier.
Oh,
Intercepted. Picked off by Sione Laulea. Everybody getting in the act.
Sione Laulea. What a pair of hands he did. He turned around and catches that ball. Watch how quick. He's in good phase, but right at the end, watch him just pop those hands up. Boom. Whoa, that's a nice grab.
That is a great grab. Second interception now.
Yeah, that's good defensive play. You don't see a lot of defensive back with those ball skills.
Tosh, the boys going, yeah, that's the way we draw it up. He's actually got a smile on his face.
Everything you can do as a defensive end. Burst off the line of scrimmage, shows it right there. Strength, watch him hold up at the point of attack, toss the blocker away and make it, and then the quick pass rush again. One step and almost gets the safety. A complete problem for anybody that's going to block that guy.
Of course, his brother, the quarterback at Florida State, got a new quarterback in for the Ducks as the day is done for Dillon Gabriel.
Yeah, this is where I think college football has to look at this 4-game rule. Dante Moore is the backup quarterback for Oregon, but he's already played in 2 games, and they're trying to redshirt him this year. Just give everybody 5 years. The good players are leaving. Who cares, right? I mean, why count the 4 games? It's just silly. Seems silly to me.
Austin Novosad is a guy that's in at quarterback right now.
Yeah, they would probably like to give some snaps to Dante Moore, but they might need him later, and they don't want to burn his red shirt.
You've had about every coach you've ever mentioned that to agree, and they all say the same thing.
Exactly. It's like people who make the rules don't talk to the coaches. I'm available, by the way, to talk to
I know you are. Dante Moore, by the way, is the transfer from UCLA who probably played a little bit too early there, even though he threw for over 1,600 yards and 11 touchdowns. But he would be the guy if something happened to that guy.
Yeah, out of Martin Luther King High School in Detroit, a really, really highly sought-after 5-star player.
Jaden Lamar on the carry. If things improve offensively, and today is just, they run into a buzzsaw here.
Yep.
Throw complete and short of the first down. The Illini will take over. So the last time they had an interception in the first quarter, they forced the Illini to punt, and this time after an interception, they're going to force a kick again.
Coming across, Holden, transfer from Alabama. Kind of earning his playing time back after the spitting incident, right?
Yep.
2 of them at home and then 2 of them on the road.
Well, everybody in the last 3 years has come into this place except one, being Washington, has lost. So it's not terrible that you say, okay, well, we lost the #1 team in the country on their field. Here's Lofrey, nice sidestep. Galloping Ghost last week in our 100th rededication ceremony at Illinois, Red Grange. And we've got Ghost coming up on Thursday on CBS. And a first down for the Illini here. Lofrey, he's sneaky.
He is. A lot of the backups, almost 3rd stringers in there for Oregon, though.
Altmaier down the middle, completes this run. Colin Dixon again with a first down as we check in with Jenny.
Guys, I got to give the Oregon Ducks some love. It's based on Walt Disney's Donald Duck. So the Oregon Duck was created in 1947 after a handshake agreement occurred between the athletic director, Leo Harris, and Walt himself. Now, when Disney passed, the only proof of the agreement was a picture of Walt in an Oregon jacket featuring an image of the duck. Just enough evidence to permit Oregon to continue using the image. Now, for a bit, they used to have a live duck named Puddles. Some people get confused and called the duck Puddles. It is not Puddles. But now it's just the duck. And Dillon Gabriel said the duck is a badass. Living a rock star lifestyle. One that would make Walt proud, that's for sure.
Boy, he is, the duck is one active duck. He brings the energy every week, including his ride in on a motorcycle at the beginning of the game. Altmaier has to throw this one in the dirt as Laulea was well covered.
Yep, corner blitz coming from the outside, had to get rid of it.
Here's what I was talking about. This is one of those iconic scenes.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody's got an entrance, but he doesn't have many peers with that entrance.
Leaning in, talking.
You not have to wear a helmet in Oregon to ride a motorcycle? I don't know.
Or if your head's big enough, you can.
If your duck head's big enough, you don't need a helmet. Altmaier, plenty of time, throws to the end zone. Oh, almost caught. It was tipped at the last second back there defensively.
Laulea, number 13, again gets his hand on it. Sione, and tips it away this time.
Oh, and Collins almost could get it and put a foot down, but not quite. Nice play.
Yep, good hands again. Good ball control for that young man. He's got a bright future.
And Luke's going, oh, man, I had him, I thought. 2 interceptions today for Altmaier. No touchdowns. Still looking for one. He'll try it with his feet here to get the 4th down to be about 4th and 5. Dari Franklin, he didn't see him in time.
Yeah, he was looking down the right side where they had 3 receivers, kind of a bunch formation, and never had his eyes on Franklin.
When Illinois came into the game 6 out of 10 on 4th down conversions. They're 0 for 2 today. Here's their 3rd attempt, maybe. Wow. Just a shove.
That's not a backup or a
Washington.
That's Washington. He is quick, isn't he?
320-pound sophomore. Just gave him a little lung
shove. That is some sack. Watch this.
This is strength.
Boom.
Oh, man.
That is one explosive football player right there.
Right up the gut. Big run here. Jay Harris.
He's right up the gut. I believe it was Lamont. No, it was. Let's see, who was it? A 27? No, a 21.
I thought it was 27.
Yeah, exactly.
Tawan Riggs, the running back.
We're 4 deep here, but we didn't have that one on, did we?
we had a wide receiver and a defensive back as well. Go right back to him. That's the big difference, really, from when Dan Lanning got here to now.
Yeah.
Is the offensive and defensive line depth. And that's what you build when you want to be a championship team. He knew that as defensive coordinator at Georgia, and when he was at Alabama under Nick Saban.
Remember his first game as a head coach, 49-3 to Georgia.
Yeah.
He looked out there and go, we don't look like that, and if we're going to win, we got to look like that. And that's how he's built the team.
And now they're looking like that with 2 minutes remaining in what will be their 8th win of the year here in a couple of minutes.
Running the ball, making plays. They've got playmakers all over. We talked about that in the open. I didn't realize it'd go 4 deep at the running back spot. That's how good they are at that spot. Again, Dillon Gabriel getting the ball to everyone. You know, if you look around, there's no way to make this Oregon offense play left-handed. There's no such thing. They can go either direction, and they can do it. Their whole scheme is scoring points.
The only thing they do left-handed is their quarterback throws it pretty well left-handed.
Can't make them do something they don't want to do. They're willing to run it, throw it, play action pass. They got the whole package.
Yeah, Jordan James is their man at tailback, but now with Whittington coming on the way he has, the Harris, Lamar, and the Riggs kid that's in on this drive, they're just getting better every week.
And they're going to probably get Terrence Ferguson back, their tight end.
Right.
A monster of a blocker on the end.
There's Riggs still breaking tackles. He's not done. He wants to play.
Yeah, no bad. When you're number 5 running back, you're hungry.
3 to go. Jenny said, what are the other 3? He said, I'm not going to tell you.
Right.
So the goal, as Gary said, next week is to come back and rebound from this. And, well, we'll update the standings for you. We did this 3.5 hours ago, and now we can kind of complete it with the exception of Penn State and Wisconsin, Indiana and Oregon. Both 8-0, 5-0 in conference play. Penn State and Wisconsin have a date tonight. Ohio State survived their game with Nebraska to go to 6-1. And then you see the rest of the top 9 of 18. So Dan Lanning is 30-5 through 35 games. He's got the #1 team in the country, and they looked like it today. 38-9 is the final.